Welcome back to the channel, football fans. It's time for another jam-packed transfer rumors episode. Today, we're diving deep into some blockbuster news. Could Victor Osimhen actually be heading to Manchester United? What's the real story behind Pogba's future? And is Neymar gearing up for an emotional return to Santos? Plus, we're discussing Mbappe's struggles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's kick things off. Kylian Mbappe's time at Real Madrid isn't as smooth as many had anticipated. Despite being a world-class talent, he's failed to make the impact everyone expected. Fans are stunned, and critics are having a field day, pointing out that his performances have been underwhelming, his goals have dried up, and is not stepping up as the leader of Madrid's attack. However, his national team coach, Didier Deschamps, is sticking by him. While Deschamps acknowledges that Mbappe is facing a rough patch, he insists that this doesn't erase all the incredible work he's done in the past. Deschamps is confident that Mbappe will soon find his stride again, though some might question that optimism, especially considering Mbappe's absence from the recent Nations League squad. Deschamps mentioned vague excuses, pointing fingers at the influence of social media, but it's clear that Mbappe isn't in his best form. His move to Real Madrid was met with huge expectations, but instead of making a grand splash, it's been more of a letdown. One possible explanation for his struggles is how Carlo Ancelotti is using him. While Mbappe thrives as a winger, he's been deployed centrally at Madrid. Deschamps points out that Mbappe has played in the centre before, for both Ancelotti and Luis Enrique, but there's something off about the setup at Madrid that doesn't seem to suit him. It's a complicated situation. Whether Mbappe can turn it around remains to be seen. It's possible that Madrid was more interested in his name and marketability than in his ability to deliver on the field. Time will tell if he can live up to the hype or if his move will ultimately be seen as a missed opportunity. In another surprising development, Neymar is reportedly set to leave Saudi Arabia and return to his first club, Santos. After making a fortune with Al Hilal, where he earned £138 million a year, Neymar is reportedly seeking a move back to Brazil. His time in Saudi Arabia seems to have run its course, with discussions about terminating his contract underway. Despite the staggering salary, Neymar seems to be yearning for a return home. Neymar's time at Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia has been far from the fairytale he may have hoped for. After joining the club in 2023, injuries have plagued him, limiting his impact on the field. In just 7 appearances, he managed only 1 goal and 3 assists. Now, a recent injury has sidelined him for another 4 to 6 weeks, adding to a long list of health setbacks. Over the past decade, Neymar has missed over 1,000 days due to injuries, sitting out more than 200 matches in total. This takes a toll on his reputation, and questions are being raised about his future. At 32, Neymar can no longer afford to be sidelined as often, and it seems Al Hilal is ready to part ways with him. Meanwhile, Santos, Neymar's first club, is eager to bring him back. The forward played 225 matches for Santos before his big move to Barcelona, and now, nostalgia seems to be winning him over. Reports suggest that an agreement between Santos and Neymar has already been reached, though it's still unofficial. Neymar is expected to terminate his contract with Al Hilal soon, but he won't be able to play for Santos until January 2025. Despite all the setbacks, the most important thing is his return home, and fans are hopeful that Neymar will get back to his best in Brazil. Can he reboot his career at Santos? Only time will tell, but his return to Brazilian football would certainly be a thrilling chapter. On another transfer front, Manchester United is making another bold move in the market, this time focusing on the acquisition of Victor Osimhen. The club seems willing to part ways with Joshua Zirkzee, who joined from Bologna just 6 months ago but has struggled to make an impact in the Premier League with just 1 goal in 17 appearances. Under new manager Ruben Amorim, United is aiming to strengthen their attack, and Osimhen, who is currently excelling at Galatasaray with 8 goals and 4 assists in just 9 matches, is on their radar. However, securing Osimhen won't come cheap. The Nigerian striker has a €75 million price tag, a significant sum that United is attempting to offset by offering a player plus cash deal to Napoli. The proposal includes sending Zirkzee, a player that Napoli's manager Antonio Conte is reportedly interested in, along with €30 million. The deal's success hinges on how Napoli responds. Zirkzee could be an exciting prospect, but they might also prefer to receive the full cash amount. Additionally, Osimhen's reported €11 million annual salary means that United will need to open their wallets further if they are serious about securing his services. This raises an important question. Is Osimhen really worth the €75 million? There's no doubt that he is a top-tier striker, but that price tag is substantial. On top of that, United is facing fierce competition from Arsenal and Chelsea, both of whom are also keen to secure his signature. Initially, United had targeted Victor Gyökeres from Sporting, hoping to reunite him with their new manager, Ruben Amorim. However, that deal fell through, and now their attention has shifted to Osimhen. However, there are hurdles to overcome. Galatasaray is reluctant to let him go before the summer, and deals of this magnitude are rarely concluded during the January transfer window. From a United fan's perspective, bringing Osimhen to Old Trafford would be a dream come true. Imagine an attacking trio with Rashford, Fernandes, and Osimhen. What a force that could be. But the question remains, does the club have the financial power to pull this off? Will they have to sacrifice strengthening other areas of the squad to fund this deal? Personally, I think United is taking a big gamble. On one hand, Osimhen could be the missing piece of the puzzle, potentially transforming them into real title contenders. On the other hand, if the deal falls through, it could seriously damage the club's reputation and Amorim's plans. It's a high-stakes and complex situation, and whether United can navigate this intricate transfer strategy remains to be seen. Will they be able to convince both Napoli and Galatasaray? And will Osimhen live up to the hefty investment? Only time will tell. Stay tuned for further updates. Meanwhile, it seems Federico Chiesa's brief stint in England might be coming to an end sooner than expected. When he joined Liverpool this summer, many expected him to make an immediate impact, but things have not gone as planned. After only 78 minutes on the pitch across 3 matches, Chiesa's time at Liverpool has been underwhelming. At just 27 years old, he should be in his prime, making a mark in one of the world's top leagues. So, what went wrong? To understand why there's talk of Chiesa returning to Italy, let's look at his career. Chiesa is a product of the Fiorentina academy, where he made a name for himself before moving to Juventus. While he had some standout moments at Juve, injuries prevented him from reaching his full potential. This summer, a move to Liverpool seemed like the perfect opportunity for a fresh start, but things haven't gone to plan. Now, reports suggest that Fiorentina is seriously considering bringing Chiesa back home. It may sound like a romantic return, but how realistic is it? Liverpool invested heavily in Chiesa, offering him a hefty £150,000 weekly salary, which is no small amount. But the club seems ready to part ways with him if the right offer comes in. They've likely decided that continuing to pay a player who isn't contributing enough on the field may not be worth it. On the flip side, Fiorentina could really use Chiesa right now. They need to boost their attack, and bringing Chiesa back could provide the spark they need, provided, of course, that he can stay healthy. And as they say, there's no place like home, and it seems Chiesa might be feeling that pull. However, Liverpool is reportedly only willing to let him go for a substantial transfer fee, though the exact amount is still unclear. But it's safe to say that whatever the fee, it won't be a bargain. Even if Fiorentina are willing to pay, they'll still have to convince Chiesa himself. Does he want to return to the Stadio Artemio Franchi, where he first made his name? Or would he prefer to stay in the Premier League and fight for his place at Liverpool? It's a tough call. Personally, I think it might be time for Chiesa to move on. His talent is undeniable, but sometimes a change of scenery is necessary to rediscover your best form. What do you think? Should he return to Italy and revive his career at Fiorentina, or should he stay in England and prove his doubters wrong? Either way, it's certainly a situation to watch closely. And then there's Paul Pogba, remember him? The midfielder who dazzled at Juventus, made a record-breaking move to Manchester United, and even won a World Cup, only for his career to spiral into a series of setbacks. After returning to Juventus in 2022, Pogba's story seemed to hit rock bottom, with injuries, scandals, and a doping ban preventing him from showing the brilliance he was once known for. Now, with his contract terminated, it seems like Pogba's career is on the verge of being over. But here's the twist. Pogba is reportedly attracting interest from 2 Premier League clubs, Newcastle United and West Ham United. Really? After everything that's gone wrong in his career recently, these clubs still believe he can provide high class and quality. It's a bold statement, for sure. In his prime, Pogba was one of the world's best midfielders, but after all the injuries and controversies, can he really return to that level? Interestingly, there's even talk of Pogba potentially returning to Manchester United, not to sign a contract, but to train and regain his fitness before finding a new club. This is a curious development, especially considering Pogba's strained history with United. He's publicly expressed his disillusionment with life at Old Trafford, with tensions during his time under Jose Mourinho and his desire to leave after just 1 season. Yet, It seems United are willing to put the past behind them and help their former star get back into shape. What about Newcastle and West Ham? Both teams have been struggling recently. Newcastle, after an impressive season last year, has dropped to 8th place, while West Ham is languishing in mid-table. Could Pogba be the spark they need to get back to winning ways? It's certainly a gamble. Pogba isn't the player he once was. As one pundit pointed out, winning the World Cup may have led him to become complacent. Midfield requires constant dedication and effort, and Mourinho famously called Pogba a virus because of his perceived laziness. Harsh, perhaps, but there might be some truth to it. The intrigue around Pogba is undeniable. Can he revive his career in the Premier League? Personally, I'm skeptical. But, who knows? Maybe a third stint in England will prove to be his lucky charm. We'll see which club is willing to take a chance on this controversial yet undeniably talented player. Alright, football fans, that's all for today's Transfer Rumours Roundup. Which of these stories excites you the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more football updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.